you just gotta get better, and we gotta have a better plan. And there's a lot of things that could have gone better for us, and they didn't. That's why we're here right now talking about this loss. But yeah, I wanted to serve as fuel for the guys for next year, because we're gonna be in this spot once again for a long time. If you look at the group of players that we have here, they're young, they're going to be here for a while, and we can build something special.
The Twins season is finally upon us, and let me tell you, there is a lot to be excited about this year. Coming off not just winning our division by a lot, but also breaking the 18-game playoff losing streak.
Finally!
With the perfect combination of veteran leadership mixed with the young talent, this team has a chance to make a real run at a championship. That is, of course, if everyone stays healthy, which we already are not off to a great start there, unfortunately. Despite the early preseason injuries to our bullpen, there are a lot of things to be hyped about this season. In this video, I'll be discussing key off-season moves, the team's overall strengths and weaknesses, and coming up with an overall prediction on how I expect this 2024 Twins team to finish. What an alliteration. Before I jump into the content today, I would just like to thank everyone for the support on my last video. I am truly humbled and am so grateful for your support. If you are enjoying the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into this Twins squad. First, I have to address something that most Twins fans have been frustrated by, and rightfully so. The Twins hadn't won a playoff game since 2002, and in 2023, they won multiple playoff games. So of course, the first thing the poll ads announce after the season's over is they're cutting payroll?
You what?
Now, the Mets of last year proved that you cannot buy a team, but to say that you are not going to be active to make this extremely good baseball team even better is oh so annoying and seems very poorly timed.
Okay, now is not the time.
Okay, now with that rant out of the way, Falvey and Levine did the best they could with what they were given, so let's get into what they did. The key departures for the Twins include Sonny Gray, Jorge Polanco, Kenta Maeda, Emilio Pagan, Donovan Solano, Michael A. Taylor, and Nick Gordon. There are more players leaving, but these are the biggest impact losses for the squad. The two major ones are losing Sonny Gray and Jorge Polanco. Sonny Gray pitched outstanding last year. He had a 2.79 ERA with 183 strikeouts in 184 innings pitched. He will be missed in our rotation, but there are a few young guys coming up that might be ready to fill that spot. And of course, saying goodbye to Jorge Polanco is so tough. He was the longest tenured Twin on the roster, and seeing him get traded was not fun. But with Eddie Julian dominating the leadoff spot, playing second, and Brooks Lee is extremely close to the majors, it seemed like it was the right time to move on from Polanco. I wish him the best of luck in Seattle. Now, let's get to the guys we brought in. They have brought in, from either trade or from free agent acquisition, Justin Topa, Carlos Santana, not the guitarist, and Manuel Margot. There are more players we added, but these are the big three we got, so let's talk about the new Twins. Justin Topa is going to start on the injured list, but when he comes back, he's going to bolster this pitching staff. He can be a good 7th inning guy that would be a great addition to an already good Twins bullpen. He posted a 2.61 ERA with 61 strikeouts in 69 innings pitched last season. Let's hope for a speedy recovery because he is a key piece to this bullpen. Carlos Santana has been a Twins killer in the past, so I guess if you can't beat him, let him join you. The 37-year-old turning 38 very soon still has some pop in his bat and could be the key right-handed bat the Twins were missing last season. He will likely split time and platoon first base with Kirilloff. Let's hope he has something left in the tank and can provide a spark in the offense. Manuel Margot is basically a replacement for Michael A. Taylor for the Twins. He is the Byron Buxton insurance that we very much need for this team. I hope Buxton can play 120 plus games in center field, but we can't just hope for that to happen. So we brought in Margot, who is a great fielder in center and has a pretty solid bat as well. So that's everything that happened this offseason. In short, it felt uneventful compared to the past two Correa offseasons, but they made moves that were necessary for the team to rightfully compete this season. So now, let's get to the strengths and weaknesses of the team. As always, I like to get the negative out of the way. Let's start with the weaknesses. I know I just got done hyping up Carlos Santana, but with his age and Kirilloff's inconsistency at times, I have this as a weakness for the team. It's not super glaring, but it's there. I hope I'm wrong and Santana hits 30 home runs, but I don't know if that's likely. Another weakness is the 5th rotation spot of the Twins' starting pitching rotation. The Twins traded for DeSclafani, who was already a fringe number 5 at best. And now with him hurt, we just don't know really who's going to take that spot. Varland, I think, is the most likely to take that spot, and I love Varland in the bullpen, but I don't think he has yet proven himself to be in the starting rotation. I'm curious to see who ends up being in that spot for the Twins. The last weakness is our left fielder, Matt Wallner. Wallner seems to be very up and down in his consistency, where he had some great moments in the regular season, and then some poor moments in the regular season, and in the postseason he kinda just fell off and disappeared. Spring training is a bit of a concern because he has been struggling, but let's not try to read too much into that. I really think he'll prove me wrong and have a great season, but until then, that position is a weakness. Okay, now that the negatives are out, let's get to the fun part, the strengths. The other parts of our infield are stacked. We have Carlos Correa, Eddie Julian, Royce Lewis, and having Kyle Farmer on the bench as a platoon role. This is a huge strength for the team. Julian and Lewis had incredible rookie years last year, which just solidified them into everyday players. And of course, Correa is a superstar shortstop. And if one of those guys goes down, Farmer has shown he's able to step into that role and be more than serviceable. I am extremely excited to see how well these guys play this year. Another strength is the pitching rotation, specifically the 4 guys, Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober, and the return of Chris Paddock. Pablo being one of the most dominant starting pitchers in the league, I have high expectations that Pablo is going to continue to pitch excellent for the Twins. Joe Ryan is such a solid guy to have in that number 2 spot. He sometimes has his share of bad games, but when he is on his game, look out. His location is as good as anyone else in the MLB. I can't wait to see how he performs this season. Bailey Ober, I think, is a bit slept on. He's coming into this season as the 3rd or 4th guy in the rotation, but all offseason I've heard he has gotten better at every aspect of his game. Be on the lookout for Bailey Ober as a sleeper for this Twins rotation. And finally, Chris Paddock, who I am also very excited about. He was brought in a few seasons ago and had high expectations, which were shut down when he got hurt. But he came back and pitched in the bullpen late last year and was excellent. Now he's back in the starting rotation, and if it's anything like his run in the bullpen, he is going to be very good for the 2024 Twins team. The final strength for the team, I have to bring this up, and everyone, knock on wood, but having a fully healthy Byron Buxton that plays in center field.
Buxton, center field. Will we see it in 2024?
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Hell yeah!
As of this moment, Buxton is healthy and able to play out in the field, which was very much missed last year. He just felt like a different player in 2023. I think for him, being the DH was not right, especially when he's struggling at the plate in that spot. I feel like when you're a hitter and struggling at the plate, you can really gain confidence if you go out in the field and make a nice play. And last year, that just was not an option for Byron Buxton. This season, he will be starting in center field, and when he's fully healthy, he is a true difference maker and can provide a big spark for the team's offense and defense. If Byron Buxton plays 120 games in center field, this is arguably the biggest strength on the team, just because of his batting ability mixed with his speed and, of course, his incredible gold glove in center. Plus, just seeing Buxton smiling in spring training definitely brings the morale of the team up, which as a whole will make the team so much fun to watch this summer. Alright, so those are the strengths and weaknesses for the 2024 Twins team. So with all that being said, what can we expect? Well, I fully expect this team to win the division and make a deep run in the postseason. They have a lot of the same guys coming back, and the rookies from last season will have another year of experience under their belt to only get better from here. The teams in our division that I really worry about are the Tigers and the Guardians. Those are the 2 teams that seem to give us the most problems. The Tigers seem to have a solid pitching staff, and the Guardians always find a way to compete for a division, even with no-namers it seems. However, if fully healthy, the Twins are the best team in the division, and I don't think it's crazy for me to predict that we are going to win 92 plus games and take the division title once again. Now, as far as a playoff run, I believe this team has the pitching and offense to make a deep run this season. So look out, MLB. The Twins are coming. So there you have it, my 2024 Twins season preview. What are some things you're looking forward to seeing for the Twins in 2024? This could be your favorite player or someone new you're looking forward to seeing this season. My most anticipated thing for the Twins this season is seeing when they call up Brooks Lee. He's one of our top prospects and seems like he's going to be one of the more exciting players to watch. I want to know what's yours. Comment below and let me know what it is. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, it really helps me a ton. And as always, you stay nice, Minnesota. I'll see you in the next one.